Good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday afternoon. Yes, September 1st, the very beginning of September, the prelude to Labor Day weekend. It is here upon us already. And I mention that because our very special guest today is the promoters of the 25th anniversary of our Labor Day festivities, the Four Corners Folk Festival. Before we join our guest today, I am actually kind of reversing roles. I am here broadcasting from the KSUT studio in Ignacio, Colorado. So kind of fun for me on this show. Anyways, as we've been talking about, September is a very busy month for us for events. We are so grateful that this afternoon we've got some rain, and we're hoping that we get rain in and then it clears up so that we can have a gorgeous weekend here in Pagosa Springs. I wanted to mention that along with all the events in September, of course, the Chamber has our Colorfest activities happening September 17th through the 19th. We have a full weekend of just hot air balloons. We're over 35 balloonists coming to town. We've got our Passport to Pagosa. We've got our Bands and Brews event. We have for Friday night, we just secured a couple more restaurants. We're pleased to announce Old Miners is joining us. We've got some new restaurants like The Den joining us. So we're super excited, as well as Saturday. For our musical lineup, we have Lisa Saunders and the Cabarado Band, as well as Felix y los Gatos. And so they'll be joining us. It'll be a fabulous Saturday with just delicious food vendors. We'll have a bounce house, all things. If you would like to volunteer for our event, please go to our website, which is pagosachamber.com. If you scroll down to the community and chamber news, and you click on the graphic, that will take you to all the different items that are happening all weekend long at Colorfest. So from there, you can buy your tickets. And once you click on that, you can also go into a sign up for volunteering that weekend. You can do anything from helping us decorate ahead of schedule to volunteering Friday night to pour wine or to serve food, or Saturday to help pour beer or work at the bar or work at our registration. And as Jill will talk about, we always need volunteers at all of our events. So we would appreciate it if you would like to do that. Plus you get to enjoy the events. So join us September 17th through the 19th for the Chamber's Colorfest activities. Okay, enough about us, because we do have a very big event this weekend for Labor Day. It is the 25th anniversary, and we are so excited. 2 years ago, almost now, Dan Appenzeller and Krista Monroe handed the reins over to KSUT Public Radio, and we have with us today Jill Davis, who is the festival director for KSUT Presents and all the different events that they have coming up. And so we've kind of done a role reversal today. Jill is in Pagosa Springs up at Reservoir Hill, and I am here at KSUT in their broadcast, in their brand new, beautiful facility here in Ignacio, Colorado. Welcome, Jill. I know this is a very difficult time for you, right in the middle of everything. So we so appreciate you taking 5 or 10 minutes. And if we have someone walking in the door, so be it. But that's the fun of live stream.
Yep, it'll just be more exciting. Thank you so much for having us. We're just so thankful to the town of Pagosa and to the Chamber of Commerce and all of the different entities that make the community of Pagosa function. And, all of you have just been so gracious and so wonderfully supportive to our organization as we're trying to step into fostering the festivals and kind of step into that place of stewardship from Dan and Krista. We are so lucky to have inherited a festival family and a festival community that is just, it's a labor of love for them. And they have spent the last 25 years making memories on Reservoir Hill at these festivals. And They are still right by our side, and they are working so hard on the Hill to get everything in place so that all of the folks that are going to join us this weekend and all of the great artists and musicians and vendors, we all have a wonderful, safe place to be in. So I just could not be any more appreciative for you folks at the Chamber again, and like Darren Lewis and Andrea Phillips at the city, and Jamie, and all of the EMS and the fire department and the police department and the sheriff's office and the Springs Resort for letting us use the Spring Meadow for our lineup. There are a bunch of cars lined up in that Spring Meadow lot. Raring to go, man.
They
They've got
are.
rain jackets on, and they're making hot dogs on the grill and waiting to come up to Reservoir Hill tomorrow. So
Okay, so camping opens up tomorrow on Reservoir Hill.
So there's some really great information on our website, and our website is www.ksutpresents.org. And if you click on the Four Corners Folk Festival on the homepage there, then there's some really wonderful facts and information. We did have to put some protocols in place because of the spike in the Delta variant, and there's some really wonderful information about that. It says COVID-19 entry requirements. We're in a space where we're really trying very hard to create a safe space in our, here on the Hill for our musicians and our festival family and our artists and our community. And we were met with some opposition, but we also are trying very hard to make some choices available for people. So we're not just requiring proof of vaccination. We're also offering the option to provide proof of a negative COVID test, too.
Okay.
And the folks at Pagosa Medical Center that are the testing center from San Juan Basin, right behind Pagosa Medical Center.
Yes.
They've been gracious enough to extend their hours a little bit, and the hours are on the website as well under the COVID-19 entry requirements. And so, they've got some rapid tests available, and they've been wonderful to help expand their hours, just to make sure that we can offer those options for folks that are planning to come.
Great.
And then
Jill, for those if I can interrupt for a moment, those who don't know, there is San Juan Basin Health and the testing site at the Pagosa Springs Medical Center in the parking lot behind. So that's where their site is, and that's where you can get tested, and don't let that stop you from going to the festival.
Correct. And then also we've had a lot of questions about kids, like children that are 12 and under. So this is a very family-friendly event. We've got, again, on the website, we've got a lot of really wonderful information about our kids tent program. We've got a wonderful sponsor for our children's tent this year. The organization is called For the Children, and they'll be over here. They have a wonderful facility providing resources for families in Durango, and they've also reached into Archuleta County and Pagosa. So this will be a great chance for them to kind of expand their reach into the Pagosa community. So they're going to sponsor our kids tent, and they'll be there all weekend, and they've got bubbles and fun arts and crafts and activities, and it should be a really great time for the kids too. So, and with kids, folks had a lot of questions about whether or not children under 12 need to be tested since they can't be vaccinated. And we understand that that's been really challenging for some people to navigate because school is starting up for a lot of folks. So we're asking for masks for kids 12 and under, so they can get tested and provide a negative test. They can choose to mask up in those high traffic areas. We're trying to provide enough options that everybody has a great time and is also able to make a choice about how they want to attend.
Great. Jill, if you talk a little bit right now about our performers and our performances, and do we have all the same things, the main stage and the late night stage, and tell us a little bit about what to expect when we get up there this weekend.
So what's to be expected? Do be prepared for that COVID check, because at the bottom of Reservoir Hill, before we let you up, you'll have to show either the proof of a negative test or your vaccine proof, and you'll get a little gold wristband, and then off to the hill you go. And we are looking at a wonderful lineup. We've got 15 bands over the course of 3 days. We have late night stage performances. We've got workshop performances. Actually, that's not true. We have 16 bands over the course, because there are 2 that are coming in for just the workshop and the late night performances alone. So, we were disappointed that Lucinda Williams had to cancel her tour dates for September, but Valerie June is coming in to take her place. She gets a lot of airtime on KSUT, and she's such a tremendous, magical, beautiful woman. She's so strong vocally, and she's outstanding. And Daryl Scott, another one of the changes that we had, Zig Jam wasn't able to come from Ireland, so Daryl Scott hopped right in, and he's going to go ahead and fill that spot. So we have a wonderful lineup, and the town of Pagosa has done such a beautiful job with the build out on Reservoir Hill too. Yes. The new sod is gorgeous, and I think that there's a lot of people that are coming that didn't know that had happened, because they come from out of town, and they're going to be so excited when they get up there. Beautiful green grass and
gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
It is gorgeous. So obviously, if you want to buy tickets at the gate, either for the weekend or the day of, all the protocols, all the health protocols that you talked about, people should be prepared for, but people can. So will they purchase their tickets down below, or will they show proof and then go up to where we normally do and purchase tickets up there?
Yep. Okay. They'll just show proof down at the bottom and then come on up to the box office. There's a pretty good chance that I'll be there. Yep. And so tickets will be available at the gate, and tickets are still available online. And that is, again, at ksutpresents.org.
Okay.
We did have some refunds. Tickets actually we haven't stopped them from being on sale since 2019. So a lot of folks that chose to roll them over from the 2020 sales, they still have tickets. They're still valid, and a lot of new folks buying tickets. And they're selling pretty quickly, but we still have space, and we'd love to see you all come down.
Great. Well, Jill, I don't want to take any more of your time, because I know you probably have a line of people outside your door. But again, we are so grateful that you are with us, and we hope those that aren't with us live get this information later on today as they stream it when they come home and are cooking dinner or something tonight. Any last words that you want to mention to our public today in reference to this weekend and or KSUT in general?
Yes, I just want to thank again the entire community of Pagosa for being so supportive and so gracious, and staying patient with us while we navigated the return to live music. And what a beautiful turnout we had for Party in the Park too. The community was so wonderful and thankful that we were there, and that the Motet and the Afro Beatniks were going to be playing live music in the park. And I just can't say thank you enough to all of the entities in the community of Pagosa Springs that have so graciously welcomed us in.
Great.
We really, truly appreciate your support, and thank you.
You're so welcome. And we appreciate KSUT's support. We wish the best for you this coming weekend. We do thank you for bringing our Party in the Park in July. And we wish you the best this weekend. Clear skies. And like we said, we'll get the rain out of the way. Yeah. I'm not sure. There haven't been a lot of folk festivals with not a day or a smittance of rain, but
it's a festival in September. It's a festival in September. It has
exactly. And that's why we have a tent over Colorfest, because rain or shine, the event happens. But we're so happy that you're there. We're so happy that you're able to do it live this year as we get back into this. And thank you for providing a safe and thinking about providing a safe environment for everybody that's up there. We appreciate all that you have done. And for those, like Jill said, who haven't seen that gorgeous meadow, get on up there and take a look at it. It's going to be gorgeous, and we can't wait for all the musicians. Thank you again, Jill. Thank you to KSUT. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll enjoy this rain that's here this afternoon. Every bit of moisture is important for us, as we talked about that last week on our on Growing Water Smart. So while it's not really filling our reservoirs, it's soaking into our ground, and we just love it. And for the Folk Festival, it's just kind of putting that dust down. So we're happy for that. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us either live or later on as you stream this. And we look for a great weekend. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. And thank you to all our businesses for laboring over Labor Day weekend. We know you're going to get a break. So thank you to everybody, business owners and everybody, all the residents out there in Pagosa Springs, for all you do to keeping our community going. Thanks for joining us this Wednesday. We'll see you next week.